Hello everyone! This video describes how to commission a dispensing valve. This is to adjust the air pressure into the dispensing valve. Currently the actual air pressure is over 500, which is relatively small. There may be problems with leaky dispensing or abnormal dispensing. We turn up the actual working air pressure by turning this switch. The upper one is the actual air pressure size. The lower one is the air pressure size set by the user. Under normal circumstances, the actual working air pressure is greater than 800. If you debug the air pressure rotary switch and can't reach 800 pressure, check to see if this air pressure gauge underneath the machine is working and if there is a rattle of pressurized gas. If the barometer below reaches 800 pressure, we can tune to 800 plus pressure here. After the actual air pressure reaches 800, the stability of dispensing can be guaranteed. This air pressure switch is to adjust the air pressure level of the glue drum. This debugs the air pressure in the black rubber drum. The range of air pressure adjustment is about 100 to 400. Although the machine can be adjusted to 500 air pressure, this hose is subjected to a pressure range of about 400. The general adjustment range is around 180 to 350. This is the glue heating temperature controller. The range to adjust the temperature depends mainly on what type of glue is used. Set the heating temperature high or low by debugging the direction keys up or down. Wait 3 seconds after the setting reaches the target value to set automatically. Heated thermosetting adhesive with a set temperature usually in the range of 40 degrees to 45 degrees. UV glue usually temperature to 40 to 55 degrees. It is best not to debug the temperature of the heat set glue beyond 50 degrees, as it tends to cure the parts. Let's turn on the manual switch a bit and check how well the dispensing valve is spraying the glue. Then click on this dispensing valve glue injection switch or press F5. Usually we press the F5 key on the keyboard for easier operation. Press the F5 switch one time and the dispensing valve ejects one time. If you press and hold down the F5 key, it will spray continuously. We have to check if the sprayed glue dots are in a rounded state and if there is a tadpole like with a tail. If the amount of glue is too much, you can lower this air pressure. We continue to tune the machine and check the size of the glue after spraying. The smaller the air pressure, the smaller the amount of glue sprayed, and the larger the air pressure, the larger the amount of glue sprayed. If you also want to reduce the glue size by rotating this stroke, rotate to frames and check again. The amount of glue after spraying will become smaller now. The glue dots should be in a rounded state, without tails. If you want a smaller amount of glue, the air pressure gauge is already at 100 and the dispensing valve can't rotate the stroke assembly. Then we can only replace the smaller size of the nozzle orifice. The current dispensing valve nozzle diameter is 0.6 mm. Because the dispensing valve has been adjusted to the limit, the amount of glue size cannot be lowered, so you can only replace the nozzle with a smaller aperture. When you look at the size of the glue volume now compared to the initial size of the glue volume before, the glue volume has obviously gotten smaller. If you want to make the glue volume bigger, the most direct way is to adjust the air pressure level. As you can see, the glue gets bigger right away. We are pressing F5 and the machine is spraying while the hand is moving. We check whether the state of the glue dot is good or bad, mainly to see whether the glue dot is round or not. If it is round, expression is very good. If it is like a tadpole with a tail, indicates bad. Dispensing height is also crucial. Minimizing the dispensing height in a safe manner can solve the vast majority of problems to achieve better results. The more the dispensing height, the more problems such as glue scattering will occur. So reduce the working head height without issuing safety problems. The debugging result is that the glue dots are round and all the same size, which means we debugged it well. I'll re-explain it. Turn on the manual control switch and use two methods for dispensing injection. One is to click on the window to dispense valve injection and the other is to hold down the F5 key on the keyboard. Dispensing valve debugging method, slight left to right rotation 1 to 2 frames. The amount of glue dispensed is controlled by the air pressure of the glue passed. The first is the air hose fittings for the glue container. The second is an air fitting for the dispensing valve with high air pressure. The third connector is the solenoid signal wire for the dispensing valve. It's this black one, it's the solenoid valve that controls the air switch. 1 glue drum, 2 dispensing valve, 3 solenoid valve. The fourth glue level sensor, 5 is the 24 volts heating block power cord, and 6 is the heating block temperature sensing cord. On the other side are the camera's signal and power cables and the light source. Dispensing valves frequently asked questions. If the dispensing shape is like a tadpole, we check to see if the air pressure into the dispensing valve reaches 800 pressure. We reduced the pressure to about 500 Pa and we checked what difference the dispensing it would make. As the air pressure decreases, the dispensing valve operates with a different sound. A decrease in air pressure may result in an inability to dispense the glue out. When the temperature is too low, the viscosity of the glue is high, the glue flows poorly, and the glue dots will look like tadpoles. There are many factors leading to such a problem, so we have to check them one by one. If your dispensing requirements aren't very high, and it's acceptable like a tadpole, then you can skip the debugging. If the glue spot is not round, like an oval like an egg, we check to see if the guide bushing in the dispensing valve is deformed or tightened, check to see if the firing pin is worn, and if the nozzle has a chipping problem. If the guide sleeve is deformed and the firing pin is no longer in the center, it may produce a glue spot that is not round. If your company does not require much in this area, you can ignore these issues. Remove the blue seal from the inside of the dispensing valve and check the guide bushing for snags. With no deformation of the guide bushings, check that the tappet drops freely. If the tappet can free fall downward properly, the guide bushing is fine. If the tappet does not fall freely, we need to check for any residual cured glue in the conduit and remove it. The tappet and nozzle of the dispensing valve are made of tungsten steel, which is hard and wear resistant but brittle, and we have to treat the tappet and nozzle as if they were made of glass. And this accessory is expensive to manufacture, so please keep it safe. When the dispensing valve does not work for a long time, the dispensing valve heating switch should be turned off and the dispensing valve should be cleaned in time. The assembly sequence of the clean dispensing valve is assembled as described in the video. If the assembly is not done properly, it is likely that the firing pin will break. When the white sealing ring is deformed and produces glue leakage, we should clean the dispensing valve in time. In cleaning the dispensing valve, we have to check whether there is any residual glue inside the guide sleeve. If so, it should be cleaned in time. For white, highly corrosive heat set glue, the heating block temperature should be lowered to about 45 degrees to prevent the glue from curing the nozzle. For midday breaks, we turn off the dispensing valve heating switch to discharge a small portion of the glue and hopefully stop the machine from working, never keeping the heating mode on. When cleaning the dispensing valve, we often use alcohol or degumming agent fine washing. Do not expose these solvents to contact with the eyes or in the mouth or nose, etc., and be careful when cleaning. Please check the content of the video carefully before operating the machine and contact us if there are still questions you do not understand. If there is a problem with operating the machine that you don't understand, use the program Desktop Rust Desk to contact me. Okay, that's it for the video presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Lastly, we hope to like and subscribe to support us. Thank you.